There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. Only for people who willing to sell. The blessing that time and the effort are rest. The brothers giving us the end of promise from them. The welcome and life without fear.
I lyrical
Master.
Play Paris, who make on you, I can't Sktv-Lib. Say my journey, Tina get I say my jamo. And you say no money, and more I yo. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmaster.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't forget it now. Toss you work on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmaster.
There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We talk it for podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. Qualified people who willing to sell. The flesh, the time, and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the premise my best. The work with my life without fear. From Grandfather, Nima to Lufa. From River Sass, River G to Chile. From Penku, Bombing, Kidman, Monserrat, Sando to Backwalu. From Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Indeed, good evening, good afternoon, good morning to all of you, our dear channel listeners, viewers, those of you also listening to all via the radio. Indeed, let me say the wonderful Monday evening. For another fact, today is the 15th of June. That means the month of June already divided into two. We got 15 more days to go. We're going 15 days already into June. So those of you who may be thinking about putting your payroll together, I think you have to start now because June, June just running with speed. That's one thing that I'm noticing because June started on Monday. The 1st of June was Monday, and from there up to now, we just running with June. Today, the 15th of June. So that means by the time the week ends, we will be entering, maybe we saying bye-bye to June and be thinking about welcoming the month of July. But again, people, it's good to be back. Since Friday, I usually went for our little weekend break, and we were really out there enjoying our weekend with a lot of happening, be it on the social media, be it in sports, or in some of the activity homes, and so forth. So it was really wonderful to some of us. Let me be frank, my weekend was really do. But again, help us share the show. The show will be interesting this evening. For a matter of fact, so many things happening. Are you sure? The $19.2 million worth of drugs situation still ongoing. Our government still holding the names of people of interest. They haven't yet released the names. The U.S. Embassy also acknowledged that indeed they are aware of what's happening, and they are also observing the situation. So it's like it's not easy though. It's really getting tough. It's really it's like fire on the back of our government, fire on the back of our government officials. Why also the citizens are also thinking about protesting on Wednesday on the Say No to Drugs. In fact, the Say No to Drugs people, they are also planning about their protest on Wednesday. They want to protest and stem the solidarity for New Day. Their chairman, Moluba Molu, also saying that any hours or few minutes from now on, you're going to talk, in fact, release some of the names, allegedly some of the people that are allegedly attached to the drugs. Yeah, it's not easy. Let me be frank, this drugs issue. Even if I'm in government, I may one time a day, I'm going to eat. I'm going to be fat because it's not easy. You can steal from Liberian people, and they will like you sometimes for stealing. But certain when you do, when they turn against you, then it's not easy enough for you. You just have to see your own way. And the Ministry of Education again for I don't know what's it for the third term, 2024, 2025, 2026. For the third term now, they also released the graduation fees again for our children, school going kids or for school going children who will be graduating from both kindergarten, high school, yes, indeed, from the private and that of the public school. But again, people are complaining. There are mixed reactions out there that these things they are only good on the paper, but in reality, the government don't implement anything, especially the Ministry of Education. People are paying $50 for graduation fees for their kids, other kids, and so forth. You may call, but also other people are paying more than $100 plus USD for people who are in 12th grade or who will be graduating from 12th grade. And these things that consider our Tier 1 Congress said we have to get rid of most of these things, and that's why in fact that this thing also be even in the fees or in the school fees. Let me make it maybe let me just say it in the simplest form. That's why the thing be in the school fees. Yes. So like for example, if 2026 2027 school year, people will be thinking, okay, my child will be in K2 and they'll be graduating. So maybe they $10 or maybe they $25 if the school added there, no problem. Because the children, the parents, they'll be thinking about how to make that little child happy. But when they spend almost $100, $75, $50 for graduation fee, they want to lead them to buy soft drink for the little child. The child is responsible for the property. They want to be happy. But again, people will move. Kings ask for right, $40. Prince Benedict, all of you there, Bella Tia, thank you for joining us. My Jatu last born, but Ali already here with us. Help us show the show. Robert, Ayesha always here with us. Robert Fasulu, Jacqueline, all of you help us share the show. Who bring in the drugs? These are questions we'll be asking, but according to a lot of information, they said the people have been selling, they've been selling, and they've been exporting. The drugs, the first one, I think, they said the first one was 100 kilo, right? 100 kilograms equal to 8 million. Got bring our voice down though. Because we don't get ratio to go to court. Because now and then now is not easy. And another thing you do, people want to carry you to court. I don't know, they see it as a way of intimidating people. I just read about NIMOT, the House of Representatives talking about auditing. In fact, they want NIMOT organization to be audited. I think the next thing will be Truth FM. They work for Truth FM maybe to be audited too. But Ali, what's up, brother? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning.
Maybe good afternoon from my end, and good afternoon to our listening audience and followers. Glad to be back again today, Monday, May 15 on Sktv. That's it. How was the weekend? How's the family?
Well, my dear brother, as usual, like I said, the other weekend was very special because my little girl, female male in Kula, for a matter of fact, who just 2 years old, start doing better in school. We started so early with her, even though there were some people that were complaining, oh, you people get money, you want to spend money. Oh, you people want to do that, you want to do that. But today, they are all happy and sharing a video, commenting, and doing everything. I said, okay, that's good. But the weekend was good because socially, in fact, in sports, there are so many games. Some of the games, my brother, 2 o'clock in the morning, no sleep. You fit to sleep. I said I want to watch some of the games. So, yeah, the weekend. And at the end of the day, the drugs issue, everybody posting, people had their say, people had their own disagreements. So sometimes somebody to entertain us, my brother, very entertaining. Let me be frank. Sometimes on the internet, we follow most of these things, we laugh, we have our little frustration out because it's not easy in Liberia. Now, our whole attention now is just about trust now. We're feeling that way, think that how to make impact in the livelihood of our people. No, I won't probably feeling already now. The next attention now will be drugs. We'll leave on the drugs thing until maybe that come or maybe the government finish. So my brother, we already used to these things, and that's it. The weekend was due. I don't know about you, but we made my sour okay.
Oh, thank you, there, Maybon. Yes, that's it. The weekend was okay. Thank God we are still alive. Yes, thanks for the little girl mailing. That's it. Or Maybon and our listening audience and followers, people who believe in the SKTV, you take your time to burn your data listening to the radio. This drugs issue, even if the government want now, where in with discussion the drugs issue, they should be stealing at their business. But the drugs issue, we will discuss it every day from Monday to Friday till the final result can come up. We are going to be discussing it because if the government feel to themselves that, oh, Liberia people, they can get 13, like get 1 2 weeks, then it finish, that's a blatant lie. That's not going to happen. I listen to Mema Breeze, I listen to Mr. Ability, and I listen to Emmanuel Gonglu from the, I don't know how that other party you can call it, EFFC or waiting.
EFF, I know EFF.
Yeah,
Yeah.
waiting. If the government cannot come out to say anything and he pilot the coalition, if that will make them to take them out, no problem. But he going to get you guys and they make sure they will protest in the country against the government. And like they are saying, we too will be on the social media, on the various radio station. We will talk the drug issue every day. If the government think that those things that can get happy, they talk it 1 2 3 days, that then they distract people attention, it will not happen in the drugs case. Even when we
Yes.
come here, we get other topic to go through. When at 15 minutes at 20 minutes, we will bring the drugs issue up to make them to know that we are still on the alert and we will put them to the fire. So that's just it there.
Yes, so let me just add up to you, but Ali, you are quite correct, 100%. I think the only maybe talking point that will also add up, or maybe add up on today, will be the Ministry of Education press release that as you may call, the graduation fee still remain the same. In fact, they already posted it, so we're going to read it out, and maybe you're going to have to say, I have my say. Then we'll go back to the issue of draw because man, you have been receiving a couple of information that the first consignment, or in fact, among the consignment, there was a consignment that I think it's 100 kilograms of in fact, worth of drugs. That in fact, are worth almost 8 million. That also that one go. Let me tell you, but at least sometimes that was some of our people. Even if you can hit us 100%, sometimes you just take some of the things that we'll all be saying. Yeah, but I think once upon a time, I think one of the Mondays I said that the issue that America will always have with our leaders is not about. I think that was the time when they say, "I know we're gonna more thing." I know they say they negotiated with America, yeah, and that's the only thing that waste of time.
Oh, yeah,
America not care.
they are 100 million and
Yeah, America don't care about you coming and be worshiping and yeah, and everything. No, America is looking after you when it comes to the issue of security. And I don't know how can the government slip almost, in fact, the same thing that affected the previous government. Today, you fall into the same thing. You fall right into the same thing. And you thinking that it's normal, you thinking that you want also. No. So we're not going to lead the team about it because we want to know who are those cartel. We want to know who are those people that are plenty in our country that in fact that because let me be frank, some of the escorts, that some of the vehicles, every time you pass, it's just serving sound. You hear people just stepping people peace. You can't even breathe. You can't even. There's no peace for you. Sometimes they use these vehicles to carry on the kind of a dubious acts, and they want us to remain silent. No. Some of them will talk. They can bring any kind of distractions. It won't work. So go ahead. You want to say something?
I just wanted to say let go to the education because from there the just part that the topic that we end. So the education we just go into it maybe 15 20 minutes we'll go to the jobs that the whole day topic there. Mr. Dishu,
Wonderful.
good afternoon and welcome.
All right. So Mr. Dishu here also, so welcome Mr. Dishu first and hear from Mr. Dishu. What's up? Everything?
Hello to the listeners. You hear me?
Yes.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting day. And I go how I can finish, especially the tension I have put up We don't know who is in the lead, whether government in the lead, whether the public in the lead, or whether the news in the lead. So on that day, we are here waiting to discuss what we know. Thank you.
Mr. Dishu, you get problem. When you want to be in the lead, they cannot turn a time for government official to be in the lead. They're not even eating. That's the first thing. They cannot turn on time. So even they kind of double some of the AC. Let me high and low. There are some situations that we're in, but if I Mr. Dishu, for you to easily find happiness, to find peace, you just be walking up and down. So not even your own way. You're just looking for nothing. Because at the end of the day,
you're under air condition and you're sweating.
Thank you. That's it. So, Mr. Dishu, as usual, you know, I saw one of your posts. In that post, I will share it one of these days, maybe on Friday, because that post made a lot of sense. That if we were sincere enough by this time, the persons who have been filled with a lot of politicians, and you're right in that post. At the end of the day, only the poor people will always running after, jailing them for no reason. Someone will make it 125, the person maybe made some of the mistake, they fire them. But someone will make it 25,000, 15,000. The man is the CEO for the Drugs Cartel Association, and you allow that kind of person to be using our people. But it's okay for them. So that post, thank you for that post, and I will follow that post and still make my own post out of it. But again, like Brother Ali said, that started with the Ministry of Education. So today, the Ministry of Education announces strict enforcement of approved graduation fees and regulation for the 2025-2026 academic year, June 15, 2026. So that come down, all I want to know what they're writing on. So they say the approved graduation fees are as follows. Public school for 12th grade. Okay, public school grade 12, LD, 5,000. Public school. Some of you who in William Via's Totman, who in the government school, now we call public school. Public school or public school grade 12, 5,000 out of graduation fees. So you'll be paying $5,000, I think about $60, something around there. Then they come to the private school grade 12, USD $100 or its Liberian dollar equivalent. So they're telling you now that it's $100 for private school. Any other thing above the $100, that means the school want to do some kind of funny thing. That's what they're saying here. And some of you parents, and another event I will come to that. Public, okay, let me continue. The team will react. So public school grade 6 and 9, LD, 3,500 each. From 6th grade or 6th and 9th grade or 9th graders. LRD, that means LD, because we'll put it over there, some of you will be confused. So LRD, 3,500 each for student. For public school, that means the government school. To the private school, 6th graders or 9th graders, they'll be paying $6,000 each. $6,000 for 6th graders or 9th graders from private school. That means the faith-based school, Mayborn school, all the kind of school that we're talking about. So they'll be paying $6,000 each. Then they get a public kindergarten. A public kindergarten. I mean K2. The K2, but they say 2,500 for public kindergarten. Public kindergarten, I mean the government school. 2,500 for the private kindergarten. K2. LRD, $5,000 for the private kindergarten. So any other thing beyond 5,000, I mean they want to do some kind of crooked deal on you. You know, so but Aliu and Mr. Dishu, these are things, and they say the schools are not authorized to impose, demand, or collect graduation-related fees beyond the amount approved by the Ministry of Education's graduation fees shall be collected only after the official release of the West African Senior School Certificate or examinations or WISE rather results. So they say the only time that you collect is the graduation fees after WISE results. When no WISE result, don't collect no graduation fee from anybody. That's what they say here. No school is authorized to collect graduation fees before the results are officially announced. Graduation exercise for grade 6 and 9 are permitted only when these classes represent the terminal level of the institution. You can put people anything to confuse other people. Anyway, the official graduation attire shall be the respective school uniform. School that already own graduation gowns may permit their use. However, no additional fees shall be charged for gowns, rentals, watches, or related attire. So, Brother Aliu, Mr. Dishu, that's it. This is our first talking point. This thing always coming up after, or maybe during graduation. So I was saying, this is the third time now I'm reading this. But at the end of the day, Liberians are complaining about implementation. We get good laws, but we get bad system.
Thank you, there, Maybon. Thank you.
Yeah, Maybon, how much?
Yeah, Mr. Dishu, go ahead.
Yeah, Maybon, how much is 5,000 Liberian dollars? How much that in US dollars?
All right, so let me, yes, I think you are correct. So let me do the calculation, but the rate here, is okay, so the rate here is 183. Let me just say so is okay, it's around, let's just say 27, 28 like that.
Let's say $30.
Good. Yes, let's do $30. Wow, but then that's good. But the $30 not bad.
That sounds reasonable, but Taiwan Gonglo have been talking about no fees at all. He said it's not necessary. You know, that's why his campaign is all about. His campaign is that he asked the government to stop this graduation money. Because some of the poor people, you know, don't have it. Even though that $30 is small, for me, it's small. But for other people to get that $30, you understand me? Maybe someone then got 2 or 3 children graduating. And that friction right there, you know. So, yeah, it should be a time in the future that we'll be able to give our children free and quality education. It's about time. We're in the 20th century, and our schools are leaking. No benches for the children, nothing. And the program is weak. Our children suffering, Mabel. Our children suffering, you know, until they can be able to allow themselves for their parents who are much older, the ones who go to vote, to be able to change their mind in voting the next time the right way. We're going to have serious problems for them in the future.
Yeah, great. Okay, thank you, Mr. Dishu. But Ali, what say you with the entire graduation business? At the end of the day, all of the laws are all good, but at the end of the day, implementation, even the university in fact level, there was this information that one of the students that are also advocating or in fact complaining about the huge graduation fees for AUWA has also been suspended. I don't know how this thing happening. But go ahead, Ali, what say you? Graduation fees here and then back to back charging after making, because it is business, the school is business. And after making money out of somebody for years, then time for a point of camera, he said they should pay another money that will even make them, even when they get out, they're not even able to even buy people making it.
Maybe, thank you. The Liberian government, they are criminals. The Liberian government, they are corrupt. The Liberian government, they're robbing our people. The Liberian government making hardship for our people, making the country to be a living hell for the people. My daughter just graduated today from public school. She's not going to private school, and they be paying 5 cents for graduation fee. Say I in the country, my children been graduating through, or even my son are in college now, graduated from high school and thing, and they be pay a dime. I know about other state. I'm talking about my state. My son graduated from 12th grade in a place, and they be pay a cent for graduation. The only thing they told me why they supposed to wear this and that, and that's what I bought. And this is what I tell people. what are we paying taxes in Liberia when the taxes make no impact in our lives and the lives of our children? Our children deserve quality health care. It comes from the taxes we pay in Liberia. Our children deserve quality education. It comes from the taxes, water, Paflomo, they are paying when they say that to sell their black plastic in Douala, where they market, they say you need to buy ticket. When they say that to call that late petroleum green, they say you need to buy ticket for sitting here. Every marketeers in Liberia paying taxes on a daily basis when they go to the various marketplaces. What is the government doing with the money? So what Mr. Gongo is saying, that's the fight. Nobody's supposed to pay graduation fee. Maybe if your dollar is graduating for K2, you get another child graduating from 6th grade, you get another child graduating from 9th grade and 12th grade, put all that money together. When you are not working as a parent, how are you going to manage? Then you tend to beg up. Then you go to the hostel, they say, oh, when you come to my house, I'll cry the money, I will not open door for you. When you are doing your man, woman, baby, you're not calling me there. Now you're woman in the hospital, you're calling me there. Then they start to insult your intelligence. Nobody's supposed, when I saw that thing today, I got so annoyed. Nobody's supposed to pay a cent when you come to graduation in public school. Public school for people who cannot afford to send their children to private school. That's why they are sending their children to public school. And that's the government responsibility. Nobody's supposed to be paying graduation fee. From one government to another, they continue robbing the Liberian people, they continue stealing from them. Like my daughter, they say I should buy a t-shirt for $50 because they coming to clothes that what they supposed to wear for clothing program. What's so better about the t-shirt? That $50 you can feed my daughter for a whole week. Then my dad go take her to buy t-shirt. I told them on the PTA meeting, I said, now you're robbery. I'm not part of it. I'm not going to buy t-shirt. She's not for to be part of your clothing program. You give her car to her. For me, all the schools that I have, my nephews, my nieces, my cousin there in Liberia, every PTA meeting I always part of it. I don't subscribe to that robbery they can be doing in the country. Any PTA meeting I always follow it. Those people, they are criminals. Nobody's supposed to pay graduation fee in our country. Your child supposed to go to school free of charge. Even the thing you can be doing registration, when school coming to open children in public school, they doing registration. That's another robbery. Why the government continues stealing from the Liberian people, putting them in poverty? This is why you pay taxes for. The taxes you pay, it should be able to benefit your child when it comes to education. That registration fee is supposed to be like that. You see, government will tell me they get money to pay instructor or to run the school, so the people need to be registering. The money is there, but they use it to buy big cars, flying to Dubai, Ghana to go steal with people, with people, children. And then they made Liberians to be beggars. Their children are going to quality school in and out of the country, where the least men are sending $1 to a public school. They still screening you to take money from you. You need to pay $3,000 for registration. You need to pay $5,000 for graduation. The government is heartless. They are criminals, and they are robbing the Liberian people. Nobody's supposed to pay a dime in public school for registration or even graduation fee. They are criminals.
Every second government have a loophole of stealing from the people. That is what we call illegal robbery. You know, legal for them, but they're stealing from the people. You know, every part of the government, every policy that they made has a loophole for the people to trap into to steal from the Liberian people. This is a complete mess. So I don't think that we're going to get anything correct with this particular government. I don't think so, because day in, day out, they hear the voices of the people crying. They hear the voices of the people crying, and they pay no attention to it but to benefit themselves and where their own children are. They live in a better life, going to school in different areas and getting the best education. But they don't give a hint for the people that they're representing, you know. And the people themselves cannot think twice. Every day we talk about it, not only us, many other people tell us the direction you're going is wrong. The direction you're going is wrong. It has damaged your future and the future of your grandchildren that are coming up. When will we ever have a visionary president or a leader? Like I said, we don't need president in our country. when will ever have a leader that will come and make this great change that will be able, that I will be able to be living and saying, yes, there is a future for my grandchildren. I can go now. You know, when will this happen? I don't see it. Maybe I don't see it.
Yes. Let me say thanks to all of you. Let me say thanks to Brother Aliu. I think from all of you, I think you people knew everything, especially Brother Aliu. And let me start you say not too long. We make this system so that we can corrupt the entire society. And we come here, we say the government coming in and going out, they are not doing well for our people. Most of our people just think that maybe it's just about flashing something, somebody go about 50 buses and be parading around or in the street. It's not what we're talking about. No, but if you implement some of the laws that today the Ministry of Education today, you know how many impacts some of the things going to have on other people across the entire country. It's not NTA going to be parading around whatever 40, 115 or 25% of buses. It's not out now. How many people are going to ride the buses? But the system, if the system is okay, like they are talking, Aliu and another Mr. Tishu, that they are talking, let us make this thing to be free for our children. Where these monies that the donors give to us, the donors keep crying. We giving money, we're doing these things, we're supporting all the projects, we are supporting your government just for the sake of the people. Stay the monies, we are not seeing the monies, no hay, no tay. And they start the corruption from down the line and carry all the way to the college level. Even at the end of trade, where people are not learning these small trade around here. If you know how much people are paying for graduation, and you, maybe already you don't get a job. I go learn my later and that. Then you charge me $250, $300 for graduation fees, or maybe for child, as you said, $25 for child. You got to do practical and this or that. Everything. They say free school. Now, most of the politicians, they hold back with their free schools. Let enter 2028, or maybe 2027, and in 2028, you will see all of them. John Brown Free School Association, Paul as a free school, all the nonsense. At the end of the day, just to cajole the mind of our people and steal from them. Why are we paying graduation fees for? Look, they didn't touch me, Brother Aliu. You know, the school I made in, some of the parents were not able to pay for graduation fees of their children. And the preparatories there said, no, let the children graduate. Then other people were saying, that woman, but she don't know business, she will lose. So you see that kind of country that we live in? People, let me did you say people who are selling donut, their children are able to go to some of the private school around here today because the way the people charge for no unnecessary charging. And the Ministry of Education said by his feet that all is well. Just about your office and just read one press release from here all the way to Maryland County. It's okay. Your media people take it and share it around and make it look like, yes, the MOE is working. MOE is not doing nothing. Nothing. What are they doing? Even EDC is better 10 times more than some of the institutions before welcome, but Mr. Connor. EDC are leading and be doing a their power test. We can see them around. At least we can see EDC, we can see them. But how many institutions or how many of the government institutions like they can better see their lieutenants or their officers around and say, well, yes, I'm this, I come to check how the school, how the children doing. Okay, yes, that's good. After 1 week, you see another person. After another week, you see another person, you say, yes, at least we are doing better. But see the schools. You could have said, no. Oh, but Ali just said it, man. Like another country. People just want positions, but at the end of the day, to work, they're not able. You want to be DEO, EEO, all the order they have, all of their contacts. At the end of the day, they go to the different schools and collect. Collect what you can collect. At the end of the day, the children struggle. Children what? I mean smart kids. Someone they even dropped from school today because of no fees for them to continue with their education. Anyway, Mr. Conan, welcome to the show.
Yeah, Nibon, thank you, man. Good evening to you, and good afternoon to my dear brother Dishio, and of course Aliyu. Great to see you guys, man. Let me say good afternoon to the followers, man. Fascinating topic, guys. You know, this thing is the burden on the people in economy when you don't have disposable income to spend on other things. It makes it very difficult. And the disposable income will only be available if you got a source of income.
Mm-hmm.
Either you're employed or you're self-employed or something that brings constant flow of revenue in your household. If people don't have it, and then they are struggling later with all of these problems. Just this morning, I had to be talking to my daughter about school fees and all this kind of, you know. So hello.
Yes.
Yeah, we lost you.
Yeah, I think your voice or the audio coming a little bit faint.
There's a call that disrupted me. Sorry.
Well, we're not getting you though. I don't
We
know.
lost you, Mr. Conan.
Yeah, he got two devices on. I think his
Hello,
earphone-
hello. Are you getting me? I think that was a
Okay.
call that interrupted. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So basically, oh my God, this guy. You know what? No, you take over quick. Let me answer this call, please.
All right. So, Mr. Tishu, I don't know where you want to respond, but for me, people could go on the entire topic. Yes, I think it's another way for people to make money. That we always see, like Ali was also talking about the LMA. We've been talking about the LMA, and these same marketeers, they know very well. They know the corruption that going on there. Sometimes they cry, sometimes they come to the public and so forth. But at the end of the day, when the politicians go before them, yeah. What kind of people are they? You don't know who putting you into this kind of a behavior that the politicians. Because they are not doing the right thing. All of the laws are all there to protect you and myself. But they believe that the only thing that they can do is let the laws just go ahead by themselves and work. And if other officers, everybody do whatever thing that you think that you can do, somebody collecting $50 for you every day of your life without them giving you anything in return. Who does that? Huh? Only like everybody cannot think you're happy. Even if you're sick, even if your market go down, nobody care to even prop you up. But every day the market, as you have to say that the land that you're selling on there, they are the one that need own the land. Government Bay Hospital, market building for people to go there and say, even if you collect something maybe for maintaining of the market, you can charge that, but you'll be charging $50. Then every day they will collect what happened in $250 today. And some of the parents, but I'll leave people take over. Some of the parents, therefore our mothers, they are alone. They don't have a husband, they don't have a man. Some of them, their job, one parent taking care of maybe a bunch of children. Sometimes they go sell, sometimes they make $500. Out of that 500, they have to feed all the children tomorrow morning to go to school. Damn it. Mama,
There are people in Liberia always say this. Since the government took over, their children are not in school because they lose their job. They were making $50, $75. They got rid of every one of them, and there is no source of income today. Just imagine if that continues. Now, since 2024, your child is not going to school. This is 2026. If that continues up to 2029, 6 years of your child life, they were not going to school. You see, then you're waiting for another government to come and see how the things will be for your child to start going to school. That's 6 years. You know, sometimes when we say these things, they say, oh, you hate the government, you can't talk nothing good about the government. But every day the government giving us something for us to talk. You see? But that's it. Like I said, the government is robbing the Liberian people. The government, they are heartless. That's a criminal act they are carrying on. Nobody's supposed to pay registration fee, neither graduation fee in a public school. This thing should be free of charge. That's how it's supposed to be. Even when it comes to hospital, people should have insurance. These are things that I talk about. that when it comes to insurance, everybody in the country will get insurance. He said it on national
Well,
radio. The records are there that people will get free insurance when you go to hospital. You don't have to go across the street to go to any pharmacy. He said
Every
it.
time you gotta go to
What
one
is he doing
pharmacy across
today?
the road to be buying drugs.
maybe
He's
Yeah,
you guys can hear me now.
loud
yeah,
and
we get
clear,
you.
yes.
All right, yeah, thank you, man. Sorry. I had a back-to-back call just coming in, disrupting my stuff.
So,
But
so I just say there on my take when it comes to the education, so we can move to the drugs. The government, they are robbing the Liberian people.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
And
let
that
me
let,
guy,
just chip in
that
on
guy
that
is
so then we
someone that
transition.
no,
robbed.
Ali, let me address the education issue small a little bit. Let me tell you this. The problem in Liberia is that the people are exploiting. It's strictly business as compared to the interest of the masses.
Mhm.
Nebo and all of you guys on this show, are you aware that they got somebody prominent in a faith-based institution over there that got a lot of endowment over there, and yesterday they exploiting money from the people?
Mm-hmm.
The Methodist Church, the Baptist, and all of those, the Catholics.
That a wicked one in there.
Maybe let me tell you this. You see the Methodist Church. All of, I think, President Joseph Jenkins Rawa property in our country, everything got entrusted to that church over there. A lot of the property that you see that Syncope built there and up the Mamba Point area, those are property that they put on quote unquote endowments. They're still collecting rent for some of those things. And yesterday they get exorbitant school fees on the people's children. It is demanding a lot from them on a daily basis. The question there is that what are you doing with all of these revenue that coming in, streaming in for all the entities?
That's a
So
good question.
those are things that you're supposed to do for the interest of the people, but to be exploiting them over and over. Maybe look, I went to a Cali institution. I graduated from a Cali institution. There was some level of flexibility when it came to those kind of situations. For instance, I used to pay my school fees in 4 parts. There was an understanding in that direction in the Cali school, all right, that I graduated from. But nowadays, people will wait by the time they say test time, that time they're ready to try to put you on the outside.
I'm telling you.
Then when you go home now, you say that you missed a test, but one day you come back and they say you got to pay for that test there. At the end of the day, you got to pay for this. First thing in the United States, maybe if you don't want to go to a graduation, to attend a graduation program, it's up to you. You're not forced to be undergrounded for that graduation. You go get your papers and everything, they get your credential to you, you go back. But you can't be telling you got to buy a t-shirt, you got to pay for this, you got to pay graduation fees and all that kind of thing. Why the level of exploitation? What is it? But the question there again is that is the authorities' responsibility to clamp down on this kind of situation. That's why you got to the Ministry of Education and of course the High Commission on Higher Education, or whatever they call them, that is supposed to step in and then try to mitigate some of this problem and discourage it. That hey, look, these are things. The country is in a strenuous financial condition right now. This thing needs to be averted or completely stopped, or at a minimum. But you can be exploiting and demanding the other people. It's unfair.
And sometimes, my dear brother, sometimes they can put it before the parents, and they can make it look like the parents agree. The child will be having handbag, the child will be having this, the child will be having that.
I don't care whether the child can get 4 bands that are in the neighborhood.
Yes,
that's what it is. What happened?
They can be talking, the child will get this. Like you said, Mr. Corner, like even today, my daughter graduation, we went there. There were other student certificate that were put aside because they were supposed to go there.
Yeah.
These are not the child going to school graduation, they're supposed to go there.
They're not.
In America, we see people getting on scooter going to college graduation, getting in-text. My man,
this is bad. And the parents, I think the parents, the PTA Association of Liberia, and that are the parents, I think they just got to stand up against the kind of dubious acts, because most of these schools are business. Let me tell you, that thing what they can be saying, oh yeah, you don't want to send your child to school, that business they're doing. That business. The same way the churches and all the people doing business, they're business. Look, they are not fair enough. That's the thing. Like Mr. Conan talk about the faith base. Yes. Somebody, for example, Mabel is I'm a Baptist. I go to church. I go maybe for other activities. I pay offering, I pay tithe. Then after high school, maybe in the same area, then you charging my daughter more than what I can even afford, even if I'm working. I can't even take. Some of you, these schools, I don't know why you people thinking on that. Oh, if you feel that education is expensive, then try. No, that wicked are you people doing. So what happens if the parents are not taking? You know how many parents are doing volunteer work? You know how many parents are making or below $100? But every time you say your mother wants to eat the school, and you know what said, don't know. You go bunch out. I mean, say go bunch out with the one at least how you come on this ice.
Maybe, but these are some of the things we can tell you when people leave from America, they go Liberia. There are some people, they go with the mindset to really change the system. I'll say Jaso Jala or kind of Jala. Where in America, all the time she worked in the school district in Delaware. Where in America, yeah, she saw people children paying graduation fee in public school. These are things we expect you when you go, you tell the government, no, we had to change this. We can't continue to do this. These are some of the changes you had to carry back to the country because you live in America. Yeah, there is nowhere in America people pay graduation fee, people pay or registration fee in a public school. What have you changed? These are things we expect. Some of you when you go by, these are the system we want you to carry by. If the government don't know about it, you tell them and you make sure you enforce it. Government, you have to do this. We get some struggling parents, like Mr. Dishu said. If you get 3 children that are supposed to graduate, they tell you $5,000 per child, 15,000. As a parent that's working, you doing nothing.
They got many program. Only one.
You see,
the parents only one they have, but they're not able to. If I, my man, don't forget it, man. Because sometimes these things are things some of us that we can see that we go places, we go for events or we go for some of the activities. Closing programs and stuff, we'll go to the place with your parents crying. Soft drink, even to make that lecture happen, they don't have it. How much for soft drink? $750 or maybe $800 for that one day sachet. But they're not able to buy it just to make that lecture happen because of what? Nothing doing. People are not working. Even people selling, some people are not buying from them. I know a lady that used to sell some kind of every morning, in fact, you just say, hot bowl. So that can't stop. So I will, ask her, but what happened? My brother, when I take all the stress, everything will come, there will be until 5 o'clock. So all the food, it won't be up to 5 o'clock. So I just decided, I think I'll look for it. Maybe I'll look. Everybody want to work. You see, I think I'll go look for a job now because it's not easy. Because that's the thing. People doing business, nobody buying from them. You think that everybody that making or me that selling that making money? No. So sometimes some of the things have to be maybe look at. Let the thing drop. Look. Government or Ministry of Education, when you listen to some of us today, the best thing that you can do now, start thinking about 2026, 2027 academic and think about how to reduce the salary on the school fees.
Guess reducing that thing.
School fee never made no sense. It's either that job by increasing huge maybe fees that will make the school to be better. That was none of that. That job by increasing fees, that means the school is the best. No.
Anytime people were paying school fee, Joria time people paying school fee, graduation fee, Joseph Wakatan, why are under changes that you brought in the education system? Cancel that whole damn thing. No more registration fee in public school, no more graduation. Leave your own legacy. Why you get to leave in the education sector a legacy? George Miyaki, he left something there. Paying wire school, wire fee, university free tuition. What are you going to leave a legacy in the education sector, Bwakai?
I tell you, man.
Listen.
I think one time, a little saw if I'm married, she said, no child doing that kind of thing because some of us to where we send our children, they can just sleep. People paying people paying $500 US for their child or children to be in some nursery or any kind of school and right 1,750. Just to go sleep.
Maybe let me just add to this. There are African countries that Liberia is way bigger than. Liberia got quote unquote better economy in terms of resources than in Botswana. I think it's Botswana, yes. That country, the people go from high school to college free of charge. Every student over there in our country get health care. And you know what? You know what is supporting that? Their mineral resources, their diamond. Their resources is used for the betterment of the people. Such Algeria people go to college over there free of charge. Algeria. And those countries, then they're doing it for their people because that's why build the country. Because when you get an educated mind, innovation will come in, and the productivity you're talking about, people will start to work towards that, and they will enhance the economy of the country. But you can't give what you don't have. If people don't have the job to sustain the family, how the hell are they going to pay the school fees? If the business they are doing, the buyers are not coming because no disposable income, how do you expect them to sustain their children in school and all the kind of thing? That you got public institution, but yet still the public institution is not properly financed. The sitting capacity, they don't get a learning atmosphere conducive. Children going to school, they're hungry. Look, Mayborn, when I started school way back in, I was saying elementary school and all the kind of thing back in the 70s and something. Maybe we have something called care food.
Yeah,
we used to go to school, care food. You gotta clean. We
used to eat broccoli and beans. Don't even have it in there. We used to eat this food.
Those two were pretty constant because of that. Children used to go to school, and for us, when we were coming up back in the days, she will tell you that you didn't even know the distinction between government school and private school. Because they were well financed, they were well equipped.
They share across all the schools. They were not only public school.
So I'm just lighting this thing up because those were the time, especially during the Turbo era, those were the things that were happening. So people didn't care whether that kids were going to government school or private school. But today you have all the exploitation going on in the so-called private school. You go there, they charge you exorbitant school fees to the point that parents are strangled. They can be borrowing here and there, calling people, begging all over the place, like some kind. Come on, man.
I'm telling you, time for graduation. Time for graduation. Okay, like for example, the mom, maybe the mom in school, the child in school. Maybe the mom come and graduate, maybe from college. The child will come and graduate, maybe from either 6th grade, 9th grade, or K2. What kind of stress is that? At the end of the day, just because of little or nothing, people will be crying and be begging. All the people will play help me. How much?
All over the place.
You said 50,000 people can be like, hey man, for 50, I've been away, you're calling me, you begging me like this. Sometimes you see people can be embarrassed.
You know what I noticed?
Many people that dignity to be compromised.
I'm telling you, one brother.
We should then say thanks to the brown people, the brown women, the single women that sending their children to school, trying to get them educated and all of that. We should give thanks to them, seriously, because it is not easy to send a child to school when you don't have a job and when you have a man who is taking the responsibility of sending that child to school. And that woman have to go through all kinds of things just to get her child educated. And in the framework of that, it should be the government responsibility to make sure that that woman is help one way or the other. If she's single and she have 2 or 3 children and she don't have the means of supporting them, it's a serious problem for the children's future. That means the children's future is kaput already. And now, if you carry it, like you have 10 parents or more than that, with 30 children, so that means to say in the future, 30 children will deny education because the parents who make it and the government have no means of helping them. So that child life is going to be destroyed, and so many others. So if we don't have a leader that's going to see these things and take the responsibility of seeing to it that the poor man who pay his taxes that don't have the government job will be able to send the children to school, and the children will be able to get some kind of education that will match them for the workforce for the future.
But Mr. Dishu, that's why when you hear sometimes some of the women complaining about us back home, These men, they are not serious. They are useless men. They don't want to support. Sometimes I just look at somebody and say, yeah, what kind of men that will be having money, having job, and they abandon their child or their children? What the strength of we men that we can go through is not easy. Especially if you have, maybe you're having 2, 3. To even pay one fee is not easy. Then you have 2, 3. You say, oh, yeah, who send you? No, it's on life. Nobody's saying anybody. But at the end of the day, let that man be able to get job to do. But if you don't have a job to do as a man, my brother, you finish.
But yeah, the answer from our sitting senator saying that the children, you were not there when you were making your children. No, you can't.
Representative.
Very serious thing that they don't always will make a quote that would carry it live, and people gonna have a lot of questions behind it. You cannot say such a thing when you know the people suffering. When you say that you get up in the morning, the people there, and you're not going to talk to them because they didn't make prior appointment with you and all of that. When that ever start to happen? Huh? When you see that is what they say, when you give the poor man the power, you're going to change. You will never know him again. And these are some of the things that happen in our country. The opportunity that people have been given, and they see the kind of money that comes to them when they never thought they were ever going to have such a kind of money. Those boys are crazy. Whoever thought those boys were going to ride a $45,000 car? They were never in their dream. Even if they were going to work, they were not going to have that money to buy such a kind of car. So they go to the lucrative area where they know the Liberian people are very vulnerable, and they use them. And you think continually happening to every election. And we pray, we're fighting hard for that change to happen for Liberia.
And before we even transition to that, Mr. Dish, the one that they even get to me is even their own children. Okay, let's agree that maybe so many people, maybe quote unquote, they travel outside the world, they go to school and so forth. Then you from right here, from Bokonjele, or maybe from somebody, maybe neighborhood or somebody community or somebody buyer, they made you minister. Look, we get a long way to go. Then you join the people who already their hand already out there, their hand outside. They don't hear 100%. They already coming to hustle to go back. You join them too until you say no. Well, I have to improve the level of my people because I was down there, I was down the line once upon a time. I struggle. I won't forget about my people. No. As soon as they get in positions, they're gone. As soon as they get in positions, they're gone.
Maybe, the problem here is this. Let me just close on this real quick. The problem here is that until this country set its priorities straight, the country will continue to fall in this kind of direction.
That's what I've been talking about.
Let me tell you this. Maybe, I just saw a multi-million-dollar hospital that was erected by the Burkinabe president. Yeah. This is a guy that when he came to power, the vehicle that the men were using for a protracted period was made in the 90s. Okay. Every day you see this man, you see in military uniform, and then he's getting an army that military car there that was, I think, around, he said that car would be, I think, 1990 something. He was using it. He didn't go buying all those fabulous vehicles around the place. He makes sure that when it comes to the legislators, there's a structure in that place there. The legislators are going to take precedent over the plight of the economy. By the way, that country is a landlocked country, people. They ain't got sea. Burkina Faso is a landlocked, no sea. And today, when they talk about food sufficiency, they got it. You got the water irrigation, you got everything that they do over there, trying to bring water from somewhere to feed, to supply their soil over there, and they're producing food, they're exporting. They're exporting even the fertilization, the fertilizer you're talking about, they're trying to work on the thing to export it to other countries. Under a military guy. You can call him draconian, you can call him dictator or whatever it is. But they set their priorities straight. But if you're going to be paying people $45,000 every year, you buy a car, then at the end of the day, the poor people then that children can't even get a school facility. They can't get health care, they can't get everything. Come on, man. But anyway, let's
in fact, and that's a sort of transition to the drugs Wahala, or the drug Wahala still continue. Liberians are eager to know exactly who are those behans and who are those people that behind the $19.2 million worth of drugs. Mind you, though, yeah, I think we're going 1 week now. Yeah, well, it's not easy since the ARDA come up with a press conference electing Liberia or informing us that the drugs that have been seized. In fact, the drugs will be taken out of Liberia. Let me make it simpler for some of you. The drugs will be taken out of Liberia to Europe through the Brussels Airlines, and yeah, and by the security and so forth, they had to do their work in making sure that they seize the drugs. So Liberians now want to know who behind the drugs, who own the drugs, and who are the behans. But I think the team can take over after the news break. I will join you people.
Oh yeah,
discussing. Yeah, sure, then go ahead.
3 o'clock almost. Yeah, okay. It's 3 o'clock. Yeah, but maybe that's a major topic. So that doctor, when you come back, then at least we'll be able to be on air to talk about it a little bit. Maybe we can be, chewing on some other things until then.
Yes, AB, on the education business, I wrote up a proposal.
Mm-hmm.
A proposal of free education in Liberia.
Right.
And why it should be compulsory. I use the word free and I ended it up with compulsory.
Right.
And the reason why I said compulsory is that the country should set a priority program for 10 years, for 10 years to see the result after 10 years. That means to say every child in Liberia must go to school. And any child that is found on the outside selling or doing anything on the street between the hour of 7 o'clock in the morning, the 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the afternoon will be arrested or will be taken into care. We're going to have the daycare center where we're going to be caring the children every time they are in the street. Now, if your parent is looking for you, they will have to come to this particular center to get the child out. And within that, you're going to find the parent because we have given them free education and why the parent is not encouraging the child to go to school. What is the problem? They will state up all the problem, all of that. That child will be put into a different care system where if they didn't have uniform, the government going to get uniform. If they didn't have books, or to find a reason why the parent got that child outside and not in school. Secondly, we're going to have adult education. That means to say, we're going to have literacy education afterwards, vocational thing, between 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock for all the keke boys, the yana boys, and the other people who selling to have an opportunity to go to school. And that 4 hours will not hurt them. Then from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, we'll give it to the market women, where we'll have adult education, where they will be taught on the screen board how to use the calculator, how to do the market business, to secure it better for the customers and all of that. Those things are educational. And if we have the country that will make that a priority, and we'll put it into enforcement and let everybody be part of going to school, it will change the system. That means to say, the parent is aware they got to go to school in the evening too. They will be aware that child has to go to school in the morning, and the system permits them to send the children to school free. Now, how the children going to get the influence of going to school? We're going to, all the Farmers Association in Liberia, we'll put them together and let them plan the Liberian country rice. This is where we're going to start the introduction of the Liberian country rice. All the farmers the government will support the farmers through the initiative, and this country rice will come to the LPMC. LPMC will refine the rice and distribute the rice between Ministry of Education. LPMC will distribute the rice to all the government, to all the schools in Liberia. That means to say the farmer has a means of knowing that when he plants his rice, he has a means of getting his money out of it, or the government going to help him subsidize it to make his farm bigger. The children are going to be learning how to eat the Liberian country rice, because this has been our problem during our time. We were never given the chance of this country rice business. They were always bringing in the parboiled rice for us. And when Toba came in, he said to the Liberian people, this same rights issue that is happening now, let us solve this problem. And there is how he had planned on doing it through LPMC, you understand? And seeing how they were going to get the food out to the different schools. So what he started was, he started competition among all the counties. The highest county that will produce rice, you remember that time, AB? They would give them some kind of award or they would give them some kind of benefit.
Yep.
And that competition helped the Liberian people. So we got to know now that the people who plant rice in Lofa County more than the people in the other county.
You know, my brother, that was the time Watauba introduced the total involvement article or something policy so that people would get involved. And like what you stated, even those mission institutions, those mission schools, places like PWR, because I was out there in
Lakere,
and all the places, a lot of those schools, those mission schools that people were living on campus, and those people made it a duty for them to even produce their own food, like BWR. They had an agriculture department that were producing all the food, almost all the food that the students were eating on that campus there. The agriculture department used to produce a lot of them. Be it rice or be it cassava, they had their farms over there. They had agricultural area there. They used to produce a lot of those things. So was the kids with a lot of the mission school, be it the last hard and whatever. Those schools are doing it. Even the low schools are those junior high school, they used to compare them to make that little garden and thing. Exactly. They were doing those things. Because when the government introduced that total involvement, whatever it was, the policy at the time, it yielded some results. But again, like I stated, until you set the priorities straight, my dear brother, all of this thing, the plethora of things that we're going to be stating, is not going to come to fruition because the priority they are screwed up. It's completely upside down. It's egotistic. It's self-centered. It's all about me. What can I achieve? You ride $100,000 car on the dirt road, but in no time all the shackles over and everything kind of damage on it because why? The priority are not straight. The basic things of the country are not straight. So it's a problem, my brother. It is a problem. You talk about even all the rice that people producing, the grade of everything can be done in Liberia.
Right.
Burkina Faso growing almost like a hot country like that. They're growing apples. That notion that apple can grow in Liberia, that's a blatant lie.
I saw that tip, I saw that tip. They were very amazing. Apple grown in a desert land.
Yeah.
The man had really juvenile the whole soil. He had brought in experts, and that's what he spent his money on. He brought in experts, and people check the soil. They found out that this can do, they need so and so to dehydrate the land and be able to make it fertile for growing a lot of crops. And Burkina Faso, who would believe a land that don't have water is growing more than us who have water all over us.
All over the place. The thing about it is that even some of the countries that are exporting, their rice to Liberia, those are not as stable food in some of those countries. But they're producing it at a huge level to the point that they're in the position to export.
Export it.
They're not magically performing over there.
Yeah.
But if you're going to be paying all the people this exorbitant amount of money, what time are you going to get to plan rice or do other things? You're not going to do it. Well, you got to be buying your president a $1.7 million bulletproof car at the age of 80-something years old.
But Mr. Tishu, Mr. Cornet, the problem here now, Joseph Baka is on the record. He told the Liberian people that when they talk about agriculture, everybody know him to be agriculturist in Liberia. Just how when they talk about football, everybody know Josh Weah. So that is under era. And today, I see people all on social media, what did Josh Weah do when he became president of Liberia for the sport? So now we get an agriculturist. What have he done in the agriculture sector since he became president? How is the agriculture sector now in the country? And this is the question, because this man said that when he became president, we don't have to be importing rice into the country no more. He brought in 200, I don't know whether they have reached 85 yellow machine. There is no farming equipment or machine among those machines that he brought to the country. So when we Baka showed to Liberia people that he saw agriculturists coming to like let me decentralize agriculture in the country so that we can be exporting rice to the country. When are we going to see that? Do you think he will do anything like that in the first 6 years or the remaining 3
But
years?
Ali, to that question, with all due respect to the President of the Republic of Liberia, show me one video or picture wherein President Baka in a capacity as an agriculturist have attended any agricultural seminar globally to come to tell you this is my input here, or to even show anywhere that he have produced even self-sufficiency for his very household. Used to talk about the country. Show me one. The reason today you see they calling people like George Weah to play because they know that his expertise. And today, everything that you do in the United States there is being sponsored by FIFA to come to God Roa. He has an input in our direction. You call him footballing president, whatever it is, so be it. But the idea is he had an area that the strength lies, and then today the world is benefiting. President Barkai, just show me one video or pictorial that he was attending an agriculture seminar or an agriculture program globally that he has a presentation to make their own input there. So this is the problem here. People need to stop this sycophantic behavior and then speak true to whatever the power be. That's the situation the country is faced with. Now, this is just your era of specialization. Look at the budgetary allocation for agriculture. Then you'll understand whether the priority is straight. The executive manager budget is quadruple the agriculture department. Agriculture budget. Tell me, where are you going to produce food? Even the machinery they're talking about today, where are the agriculture machinery brought among those so-called yellow machine, whatever it is? Where are the agriculture machines? Libya spent $30 million before under the previous government when Mr. Burger vice president, and they entrusted it to him to have an oversight responsibility on that. From my understanding, the Bushi were languishing, they are still languishing in the bushes in Lofa County. Now a bank already came for the machines there, for $30 million worth of machines. Thank you, man.
You're talking, and I feel the stress over my whole head. Sitting there and they're thinking the kind of millions of dollars, 600 and something $million worth of gold coming out of our country. We got our fishery gone to the Chinese. And I heard somebody talking about it that, one representative was talking that the Liberian people, the market of the fish, we're not even getting the fish. The fish, they should be able to supply our market first before the balance they send it out. But the people that send out at the balance that they give to our Liberian people. And I think about every other aspect of our country, the resources that have been sold out. It hurts me to the point that these are things that we could level up our country better and to sustain our future for the children.
Oh, this is Yelena?
And it is bad. Maybe you're talking on the phone or what?
Okay. Sorry, let me mute it.
Yeah. So these are some of the things I say that is very, very much hurtful as a human being, knowing the fact that your government not thinking about you and the resources that you are depending on for the future of your children and your grandchildren have been thrown away, have been sold out. And I ask myself the question, do the Liberian children have a future? Do they have a future? When you have graduated, you don't have nowhere to work. Your pa can't go to no company to work. The government job is being selective. You try your best, and still nothing works out. And you expect the future of your children and grandchildren to be a success. You see the failure right now. We're working on a failure. So when will it stop? when the debt that we had accumulated, our grandchildren said will not be able to pay that debt, and we don't have a means of what Ellen did to erase the debt from our system. If we're going to be inside it, and our children and grandchildren will still have to be paying the bill, and the finance minister is still going around crediting money, still going around begging. We got millions of dollars of resources that we can put together and go into a bargain agreement with the concessions company to get the best out of it for our people. But only the very few that go to make the deal are the ones who get the benefits, and the family get the benefits, and that's it. The next government come in, it happens the same way. The next government come in, it happens the same way. So where's the future of those who don't have the ability to have a job or have that movement to be around the big boys, to be able to script something or the other, how we used to say the script? And I mean, it's just going to be hard. There's no future.
Well, thank you, Mr. Dishu, Brother Aliu, and then Mr. Conan will be back after the news break. If you people see that photo that was placed on the show, that some of the happening today there in Maryland County, Cleveland, some part of Maryland, where road workers, those guys who building the road, they have to protest today for their 10 months unpaid salaries. They've been working for the past 10 months and they haven't been paid. So they have to protest today. They have to block the roads. They have to set roads up. In fact, they have to pull some wood together and put fire there. So that's what you're seeing there today. So some of you who are listening and watching, maybe you're having maybe a breath with some of the happening in Maryland County today. The road workers protested today in Maryland for their salaries or for their pay. They say 10 months. They could have been, oh God. Well, maybe I check quickly, they will go, because this is kind of thing. You are making your own people to be the complete slave in their own country. 10 months without pay. Somebody building road. Every time the person going on the road to build, the people see them like, oh yeah, my husband working. The same thing we just talk about school. How will the people pay school for maybe their children? 10 months, school at 9 months. So that means they owe you. Yeah. Where you go have well, very interesting. I love my country. But what's you quickly, maybe 1 more minute, then we'll just transition quickly to the drugs issue. You gotta know the drugs issue. Then talk of the day. But what's the with the kind of thing? Because just talk about people not going to school, children, maybe children not be able to even go to school and for true.
Yeah. These are things that we've been talking about, those heartless people you call lawmaker in that country. Because they only sign concession because of their personal interest, what they will get as signature bonuses and what going to government and taxes. They care about those people, how they will be treated. Now that your government is telling people to sign or NDA, why if this company tell worker to sign NDA, even when they don't pay you for 5-6 months, you can't talk because the government said telling that employee to sign NDA. When they pay you, don't talk. When you talk, they fire you. Because if you people were signing concession like in the interest of the Liberian people, we will not be seeing this kind of thing happening. Because lawmaker will quickly intervene to go and see what happening there and then to put things under control. If somebody left their wife and children in Moreover now, which are the country here? And they went there to go work. 8 months they happen here taking paid.
10 months.
How are they going to pay their children's school fee or child's school fee?
10 months.
How are they going to pay the registration fee the government is asking for or the graduation fees? These are some of the things. They sign useless concession and they care less. Just now, the lawmaker for that place, when he go there, the moment they get an envelope, the only thing we tell them, your wait, you give the people chance, they come in to settle your, he finish getting an envelope and he come back.
But Ali, let me ask you, should we also blame some of the contractors, maybe some of the companies that would say once upon a time on the show that sometimes the government, every time you hear, the budget coming, will send your money. Every time to the government who owns most of the people. And some of the people, sometimes they'll continue to maybe give their workers or their workforce hope that, we're still working after the check, the government. It's like people laugh.
On the problem. Liberia, Mr. Dishu said we need leader. The day we get leader, Liberia will move forward.
That's a fact.
What? 10 months. Road maintenance officers, people or road workers, people who are on the roads, who are maintaining the roads, according to information that we will get in our possession. They say people, Maryland County, dozens of employees of the Samuel Shakir Faou SSF road construction company have protested in Maryland County, claiming that they have gone 10 months without receiving their salary. So how will the people? So how will the people pay bills? Even when anything. Oh God. So you see the reason why our people are not paying most of the bills. Some of you calling, I can say because once upon a time, when I say, hey, in that they don't want to pay taxes. Who will pay the kind of tax? How will you even pay taxes? You work for 10 months without pay. How many people are making some of them? If you go out for a salary, maybe it's somewhere between 125, maybe the higher will be 150 or maybe 250, 125, 100. You're paying the people that kind of money, and you can't get them their money. You can't give them their money so that their family. Look, this is really getting to me because at the end of the day, this is one of the reasons why men die before their time because socially they're not happy. Are you? If you're not carrying money, who are you going to do social thing?
That's it. That's it there.
The stress, who will kill you?
This issue here, maybe.
Ali, that decoy,
Sometimes people Mr. Collins, sometimes look at the many women and that they let money in business. But what kind of woman that will bear with you for 10 months? Yeah.
Have you put into account the 200 and something people that were displaced from dismissed from that ministry? So all the people that the children have, how the children going to go to school?
Yeah, and a political decision we always take. I think it's almost thousands of people also, in fact, are dismissed. I think from civil service. You see that the country running. We do everything with politics. Even if you sack Mayborn, you're not thinking about mailing, but you want to sack Mayborn just because of anger. So because you feel that because maybe you and Mayborn, you are not friends. So let Mayborn go. Mayborn not part of our political party. Mayborn hate us. Let Mayborn go. You're still sacking Mayborn. You know what you're causing for Mayborn family, but you don't care. But I'm move on here.
No, but Mayborn to that lie. They will sack you. They say you're not part of the party, but then when your own government comes to power, they say, oh, you need to reconcile the country. That's the notion of put you on and out. Don't move the other people. You need to you say you can't have peacemaker, so you need to reconcile the country. That's the kind of mentality. It's a bad, deceptive attitude. The interest of the people have to be a priority.
Well, yeah, Mr. Dishu, we into the $19.2 million worth of drugs are up to date. Our government, especially the Ministry of Justice, headed the Young Security, we haven't yet received any communication or press release from them. But where are we heading to with the entire drugs issue? Because it's like somebody is somewhere sitting somewhere, like for example, because we listen to the U.S. Embassy, in fact, the person in charge of the Church affairs, in fact, he said that we are monitoring. We are watching. So is it because people are watching? That's why our government working because we also got some information that 100 kilograms of cocaine also left the country I think sometime either in this month or sometime last month worth almost $8 million. Where are we with the drugs issue? Are we now becoming like people who will now be hosting and exporting?
Well, maybe this is a very, very serious case that Liberia have found itself in, and we don't know how to get out because it's not only us now; it's the international community, the Danish government, the different European countries that have gotten involved in this particular case. The government, because we have reached out to the point that our integrity as a country is being damaged. It is damaged not for good thing, but for the worse. Exporting drug out of your country, or your country is known as a hub for drug. I mean, that is a bad, bad name to have on your country. Now, what is happening in Liberia at this particular time is that the information that was given for the boss of this particular drug here was given by the international community. But they cannot perform on our soil. So they gave the information to our DEA to do the job. And our DEA had come out, and when they found out that big hands were in it, they tried to handle the investigation in the way of protecting those big hands. The American embassy will never get involved in our, or the DEA rather, will never get involved into our investigation. But they have given us all the information, and they know more than what the investigators are doing right now. So if it's anything, if they're trying to protect any big hand within the setting of this particular case, the American DEA will make their own report. In the report, all the big hands name will be in the owner report. It will be sent to America. They will analyze it, and those people are going to be on sanction, and those people are going to be checked out from the American side. Now, they will ask the brown people, what you got on these people? Oh, no, we find anything yet, and all of that. Now, it will bring a disturbance and a distrust between the DEA and the Liberian drug enforcement officer that will be carried upward to the executive branch. Because within this case, if the information that was given out to our DEA and they were successful in getting this particular case to where it is right now, and the investigation until something else, I think like bro is we hanging on a trap that the American has set for us, and we don't know about it.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Diju. We'll come back to you. Let's manage the time a little bit. But are we sensing sanction, Mr. Diju said? Because maybe if these investigations have been played with, where maybe Melbourne interest is there, somebody don't want to tamper with Melbourne interest because of that. Let's just put any kind of investigation out, or maybe they put any kind of names out, or maybe they just bury it. Are we going to experience anything essential?
Melbourne, they just issue. First of all, Boakai is not fighting drugs. This is something this government have been doing since they took over. Since 2024, they have been importing and exporting drugs out of that country. And you see what I like about America, those people, when you are doing something, they watch you, they look at you, they make you to feel comfortable. Like while you are doing, they are not even seeing you, they don't know. They make it sweet in your mouth, then they knock you down. This is how they behave. The people stay right over there, they monitor your airport on a daily basis. They monitor your free port. For example, America, they are B2 spirit. They can enter your airspace when you finish damaging before you even say no that you were there. They can put drone over your free port, your airport. You even say no, you're sitting in our country. They see everything you're doing. So thanks to the American government. Because if they were not to expose this, but now that just gone. Like what I read on Variety News, May 23rd, 100 kilograms of cocaine left our country worth 8 million. This is something the government have been doing. It's not their first time. When the issue of drugs in Liberia become a national security issue, that to call people in is classified. They want to do it the way they did the Brian McGill issue. We know in Liberia, the moment they say John rape, you will be in South Beach now while they checking that child, they carry on investigation. When it came to Brian McGill, Gregory Coleman said they had to do forensic, they had to do DNA, they had to get the American embassy involved. They changed the entire system because while it was one of them, that government official from the Unity Party and a supporter from the Unity Party, This is the same thing with the drugs issue, because government official minister directors are involved. So they say it's a national security issue. To call the name of those people is classified. You don't need a rocket scientist to tell you. And I see some beheaded chickens, chicken brains, they will be writing on social media. You'll be there when they call name. You shouldn't say that which one though. When they call name, you want to tell me Joseph Boakai that don't want to lay eyes on opposition in our country. Opposition will be involved into the drugs business and tell the government still keeping their name. Nobody's stupid here. You don't need a rocket scientist. Did you ask yourself, the Mexican plane that landed in Liberia to the port, to the airport, from there it went Sierra Leone? Did you ask yourself why that plane went to Liberia for? From where Mexico, you and I know why the Mexicans are good at doing, to leave from where you and go West Africa in Liberia. Did you ask yourself it went down? Did you ask yourself why Joseph Boakai went to do Guinea-Bissau when he became president? Did he tell you why he went for? Did you know why Guinea-Bissau is good at in Africa? This is something the government have been doing, and they pretend that they are fighting drugs, but not need they have been importing and exporting drugs out of the country internationally.
Wonderful, thank you. They pretend.
Give me 10 seconds. Did you listen to Al Jazeera News now? If any passenger that live in Liberia now,
Oh yeah,
you need to be scrutinized. Your luggages, they will everything. And even you, the passenger now, even your overnight bed, all of these things. Why they say they are doing it? Because Liberia is a country now exporting drugs.
What kind of image, Brother Ali, quickly before you conclude, what kind of image that's sent out to our people or to our country?
That's it there. Now people who say, oh, Joseph Boakai doing what he fighting drug, he knocked down cartels and knocked down cartels. That's so much drug they have been bringing in our country, importing and exporting. Go ahead, Mr. Kone. Thank you.
Yes. So, Mr. Kone, just add up Brother Ali so I can go to the line. But what kind of image that's sent out? Because this is interesting though, that people will not be checking Liberia thoroughly, because once upon a time he's a business of the country now that will know. How can that Liberia now will be like if our Liberians they'll be checking us? We want to know what kind of people we have, but we go ahead.
Yeah, maybe Ali, you and my dear brother, she has stated it all. The deception of the government, that's why they find it very difficult to explain themselves. You know, the way they manage to damage other people's reputation, put this government, I think last week I stated this, the issue about drug got exponentially huge under the previous United Party government. How today you got your graveyard at Central Street abandoned, where people started sleeping in graves. But they made it to appear as if drugs started under the previous government. They demonized everybody that was associated with that government. Today, they have made it the fight against drugs very, 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 very troublesome. Mind you, we have been told that there are individuals that have immediately the government came to power, they came in. Look, there is nothing like a free lunch. Some of those individuals came in, they started giving cars, they started giving generators from the airport and all that kind of thing. And from all we gather here, that those individuals, those are shitty individuals, like from Ghana, the Guinea-Bissau, and other places, and they came over there voluntarily. They gave vehicles, they gave generators. There is nothing like a free lunch. The question bears it: what are you giving them in return? So the access to your ports for those kind of clandestine activities cannot be ruled out. So they want to access everything, so they will come in with a good way. They will do this, they will do that, so that you will get them in your good graces. At the end of the day, they find a way through. Now, why it will take this long? It been over a week or so going now, that you cannot name the perpetrator of this particular heinous crime. The drug did not walk to the airport. It got transported there. And I'm pretty sure with the advent of video recording and other things, you can access who managed to even throw those things into the air. Apprehend them. Bring it to the people, bring it to the populace, so that we understand where the country stands with this whole fight. But now today, the image of the country has been questioned. It has come into question to the point that you travel a Liberian passport,
They got to give you extra scrutinies. Your pieces of luggage with you, they got to scrutinize all of this thing. People that got nothing to do with this thing, but they're in the crosshair now, that they'll have to be checking that, and they have made them to be questionable people. It's a bad thing. All along, we know that those who come in, they would be in the business of trying to export it out of the country, especially not in just any other country, Europe and England for that matter. Do you know the level of gravity that you have put this country in? You have embarrassed this country in, and then people take you trying to politicize it. Oh, they wanna be surprised though. They wanna be like when they call people name, they will say a witch hunt. Oh man, we've been giving money a long time calling people name. Simple as that.
Maybe 1 minute, please. We'll go to that line. You see, let me support
the
airport, they had CCTV camera to the airport. Why I say they are not playing the CCTV camera to see even the car that took the drugs to the airport, and who were those people in the car? Which one of the car? If the government were fighting drugs and when they are transparent, the issue of drugs in Liberia today, which administration started this? They see United Party, where they arrested drugs in the presidential convoy, any convoy reaching a Baka administration. The CBC used that to run campaign to say, oh yeah, Eddie were bringing drugs in the country. No. You cannot politicize the issue of drugs. There is no country in the world that they are not. The America we say in here today with all that security that tight border, they bring in Georgia through the airport, through the. You see, you politicize yesterday. Not you that you were bringing drugs in that country, but because George we are official, they were only based to be steady. They were not paying attention, and I had you brought drugs in that country and destroyed their government. Today, you're in a catch up with you. You see?
Wonderful, thank you. I'm not concerned about, in fact, what you guys said not too long about the Al Jazeera news about Liberians are now, in fact, they will be checked thoroughly before leaving, or in fact, before entering. I think this is wrong. This is bad. This is very, very bad image that we are not trying to say out there. That matter you call a new Liberian, and then people will start to say, well, now they're going to withdraw or what? No. I don't think that's gonna image you want. What? I'll take that one back. Wow, I'll take that one.
I predicted this Friday, right?
Yeah, David Kim. Let's go to the line of Mr. Dishu. We'll get back to you, please. Yeah, go ahead, David Kim. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is David Kim. I join you for people. There's a social survey. See what the guys struck up beach in Rella, Yande, those guys off office. They were doing what I'm telling you when those guys used to take drugs on the split blanket there. In the open field there. All the time that place never had stove. That place, the Guna guys used to sit there and take drugs on the split blanket.
Exactly.
Get us free. We got to begin to send jobs between the grave. One bar, they started sleeping all in the tomb, taking out the bodies on there, even in the tomb.
Smoking even the bones.
Yeah, taking the boom and started running there and smoking there. They even went afar and smoking slicker. The slicker go in the house. Okay, but all these things happening, the party used that as a propaganda against the CDC. He said George was damaging the country, but these were the terrorist people who are bringing drugs, and all that they accuse the CDC of is now trapping right on the lap. You see what happened? Liberia is a station on a military party because we have smoking, and after me, we carry the abroad. You see? So nobody can tell you that. It is Joe Vietnam or his brother, Joseph Walker.
All right. Thank you, my dear brother. To this caller, good evening. Yes, go ahead, but please, next time, don't bring that closer to us.
We're talking about the government. We keep talking about the government. We just have a realize. This government, we bring shame come to us. We keep telling you, you have to say all the things that happen here because the government. The government is ignored. We can comment about whoever and your history. Just mark it down. We'll be imperfect from cake. The government can't go on. No, brother.
All right.
You can talk about me now.
All right, thank you. Maybe from Joe, country, and I know what you better stop that joke. Hello to this caller. Good evening.
But what is happening now? That is sure they $50 million, $50 million that the country is people that you're talking about.
8 million. I think that 8 million left. And not 80.
But today, it's so sad for us, our people. America, but when I tell the American government, it's still in the farmer job. America, and then tell the people because I do it last time.
No man. No man, that was big. My man, my uncle there, man. My uncle then got to survive. Where you want? What can I do? 07702031225. That's the number to call this evening and be part of the SKTV show right here, Monday edition. What say you with all of the talking points to this call? Good evening. My brother, I'm okay. Thank God for life.
Yeah, my name is Mohammed Gitar. I'm calling from Daylight. If you want to understand, we are local people passing around, we can see the dog. The rule are coming from the quota to bottle the wages. People can be ignorant, can be on the land in the morning. More than 100 human beings study the God live in a bro every day.
Yeah.
Every day. I want no honey. As I think to Nana, he comes to Butler Junction. You will see them, they study the God live. Nothing is not honey at all.
Butler Junction, LDE, where are getting it?
Butler Junction, I'm telling you, we can move around. We see that one live and clear. The God now is studying like bro, clear in a honey. I say the children can be studying the God, find out look at it. Live. People can be looking at it, but nobody's going to know. They are there to drug illegal life. The only thing they are using now, they are going to be going all the land to people or so. So they don't know what I'm saying then. All
right. Thank you so much to this caller. Good evening.
Thank you. Let me say good evening to our panelists in the diaspora. This is Edmund Carr. I am a proud member of Concerned Librarian for Justice. You know, history has a own way of repeating itself. And this other repeat, they are reflected on the Unity Party in a negative form, and it is hitting them hard. There's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah, I feel it for them as well.
So, you know, just at this prophecy that we were discussing, the information minister responded to that prophet. The only response was that prophet was trading cocaine in Liberia through our president. We had 6 years. So you see where we are now. The week that it came, we heard that the government is in charge, and we are not exporting drugs from our country. And that is bad, although all is bad. But when you come in, you'll be saying, oh, but who sent it? Who brought it? But until also somebody is here that you're not exporting drugs from this country,
especially at your port, as a national port, your RIA, the only port that depend on that all of the world leaders pass through.
Yes. It's going to create another problem for us. And you see, they are fighting. I don't know what they are fighting to come out of. I don't know when they will be able to reveal all of the names. We ask you for name, then you only put on one name. What happened with the rest of the guys that you are having in your custody? But this is why I want today. Yesterday, then when you call on the training station, they will say, oh no, don't put it aside. You put it aside yesterday. You didn't say, okay, as a nation, sending natural disaster has hit us. Let us fight it together, making sure that it is minimized. Because I know that you can't get rid of it, but it can be minimized. But all you read with it, that other people were importing it into this country. Now instead of importing it, we are not exporting it. Before you export, you must have more.
Oh yes.
Okay, you may be having a production site. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised to know that some people here in some corner are producing cocaine in this country.
All right, thank you so much. Let me tell you, David Samuel, I don't know what you know from the warehouse or the warehouses we have for cocaine now. Hello, my brother. Good evening.
Good
Yeah, my brother, go ahead.
Thank you very much for the recognition. Therefore, don't make me laugh here. Therefore, it's very serious. This is our testament for the legacy of former president. We have former president that they used to lie on that he was imposing drugs. Now we see the reality of people that are breaking the drugs in this country. Therefore, you see, God is sleeping. If you lie on somebody, innocent person, something that somebody is not doing, you just bring it against the person. God can fight for the person. You see how God is fighting for former president. We are now. Those guys are wicked. What kind of country we in? We get all the security apparatus. Then something happy. Where all the extended being happy, they don't want to disclose people that are connected to it. Who are being accused, their accusation in this country for drugs, they are instable. Then you call people, you dear Kumaro, why you behaving so? Why you developing interested individual more than the country instead? What happened to you? Is that you now between two forces, the force of integrity, the force of cash? You don't want to lose the cash, you want to lose the integrity? What kind of man you are? Let me tell you that guy, what five people are saying now is that one man prefer getting the cash to lose his integrity. Even if I was lost, I will call that man for questioning, not get nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You prefer living that position with money and live like
I want to use Samuel, you know, he said, though, that he's saying, my brother, to be sitting somewhere, tension behind you, everybody crying, we got to find solution. Remember that he said, he did a joke? Enough money. Look at you. Let's see you, man. Okay, we'll put the names for you so you can call the names. Hello, you have to just call up. Good evening.
good evening, neighbor. And your other panelists in the diaspora. Yeah, Peter the Council of Government under the street in Lower Johnson here. Outstanding member of the Concerned Bureau for Justice. You know, neighbor, the government should be ashamed of themselves. And then for even coming out with an apparatus of guidelines towards graduation fee. This government has made our educational system to totally deteriorate. The two of them went from one. This is the first time ever in the history of Liberia. They did mathematics, physics, chemistry, and others, and the subject that are mathematically indoctrinated to a calculator. It is an offer calculator to the children. So, I don't know. They are better eager to amalgamate work to themselves and they come out with a graduation fee guideline. So the children can pay money in for free.
All right. Thank you.
They not get a calculator. Lastly, the issue of the drugs, I think, do not need a rocket scientist to tell us the producers and the supplier of the drugs in this particular country. But these guys were in the opposition. They said what we are in Sinabono. So today, we are very much accomplishing that the drugs that were captured at the Rubber International Airport was instigated by Joseph Imapwaka. Is so that that's the reality. So the DA should not shy away from it. That's it. We have made the research and that's the information out.
All right, thank you. Thank you. To this caller quickly. Good evening.
Good evening, neighbor, and good evening to your fellow panelists.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you very much. This is the Common Board Chairman. My name is T1P Willie. I represent a concern of for justice. Neighbor, I know they say like your image are then growing on the international scene. How come people saying that Nigeria will be shooting us when they are traveling? And the tell I ain't the government speaking and speaking the opposite. This government came to power fooling the Nigerian people. Therefore, you want to say for job. I know you are around by then. And would they job there in the president, they want to do job there? And they say about doing that, that was a major step towards winning jobs.
Exactly. That was, all of them, they did a drugs tax.
These guys came to mock the Nigerian people. They're rubbing it in our faces. These are very corrupt people. They are involved in all kinds of things. Getting serious deeds in the country, and then when they're ready, they're bulletproof. When you want to talk about it, they say all kinds of things. I heard one of them saying, you want to do a GA boss job, you don't tell them to do the job. Then a GA job, they want to. Why is that?
All right, thank you, my dear brother. To this call up quickly so we can cross over to our team. Hello?
Yeah, never. How are you, my brother? And hi to the panelists in the diaspora. My name is Richard. What I can look at that. Yeah, maybe my attention I mentioned today, drugs issue that you guys discussing. You know, maybe when a prophet came out to say Liberia will get in problem, will continue to be in problem because of Joseph Walker. One clergy man, renowned clergy man, named Melissa Otto. That man sat in studio say the man of God was lying. Instead of him coming out to say, oh, the man of God say something, the other pray for the country. So he sat down there on spoon, he said the man was lying. These are some of the problems the man was talking about. The man said Liberia will be in problem. These are some of the problems. Let's really Liberia now when we're traveling now the post looking out there. Why we know you should be looking out there.
All right.
To check out there.
All right, my dear brother, I don't even know. That other sad news, I don't even want to even hear that. They're going to be checking on now, probably more than ever before, and there will be some names also attached to us. Oh, no. God forbid. So, this last caller quickly. Good evening.
Good evening, Mabel.
Yeah, no, better go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. So, my name is Martin Singletova, and I join you from Pinsway this evening. Quickly, let me say hi to your studio family from the diaspora. And as it related to quote-unquote drugs that have been captured or cut from the airport, I think it raises eyebrows everywhere in Liberia. And we say no to drugs, so we don't want to see people saying yes to drugs. So we are calling on the government, and then when we involved with this act of bringing drugs into our country, let the government fight it holistically and making sure that indeed Liberia is free of drugs.
Any drugs issues? All right, thank you. Any drugs issue? I think once upon a time, Kalano, I don't know if vehicle. What kind of countries are they in that? That's why yes, only after 1 week out of that story, a feeling. The country interesting, but I think well, we gotta go. Thank God, our people. They will continue to wish poverty and politics on you because that's the only way that you people will not remember anything. So they continue to wish they have a politics, make you to be divided. Then they bring more poverty on you until you can't even remember because what people you not eat. How you remember anything? You're hungry. None of that you remember. So by the time somebody gave you copper red, you'll be happy. How look? Can you imagine? Calando. 2 months, I don't know how many months ago, or months or a year ago, or in fact, months. Canada were all in the news here, a driver. We were DC or on the trauma door, we're gonna door. I saw some of the photo yesterday, but they say, I don't know, DA arrested, I don't know, 2 guys with few tablets in. Oh, God. By the way, the country interesting. But people, I think you guys don't listen to our people. Yeah, that video look like I don't want to take some of the video, and yeah, that video look like maybe AI. So I don't want to really go into it. I saw it and I don't watch it not too long, but I don't want to really. If somebody who that, by the way, I will listen again and maybe tomorrow then we'll be able to have it played or said you want to. Well, go ahead, Aliu and Mr. Dishu and Brother Conan so we can go home for the day.
Yeah, let the big hands go you from Mr. Dishu, Mr. Conan.
Well, I think it was a fascinating hearing, and we have a lot to present to the brown public from our standpoint. And I hope that they take these things in because every time we come with different opportunities, hearing something probably they don't know, or maybe they know more than us. But what are the positions? What do they do for themselves? So we are doing all of this just to encourage them to have a second thought for the future of the children and their grandchildren. Because everything depends on them. They're the one that will accept the lies from the government and throw away the truth. Just to be friendly with some government, And I think it's a bad time for Liberia because I predicted this from Friday that if this thing will create a future problem for travelers of Liberia, that will be going to different countries. Things going to change. It's not going to be like before when you go, they know you're coming from a small country, they don't even bother. You go by. Right now, you not know most small countries. We have been characterized as a drug hub, and that is very dangerous. So all of the dry fish and stuff like that used to come to Europe and we used to put in the tank. I know everything coming to change. So they had damaged a lot of opportunities for others around for the personal indictment. So this is a serious problem, and I hope that the government will come on top of this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's and their input is always is good to listen to. Draw our own analysis on these people are in tune, paying attention. That's the best thing to do.
Put your device on, EV. That's right.
Hello? Come again?
Yeah, we hear you clear now.
Oh, thank you. Meaning they are in tune. People are listening. We come here unscripted. If you think that we're saying something that is factually incorrect, you can come and say your own. But the trend of issues in the country, the government need to come clean. The issue about insulting people, calling them names, and talking about politicizing issues, you magnify those issues back in the days where you're in a position that managed to help you to ascend to leadership. Now the expectation there from the people, especially the voters that voted you.
But if you quickly 30 seconds, let me take Celia also she been following the broadcast.
Oh, very good. Yeah, no problem. She can have
it. She want to speak if I give us input. Go ahead, man. Everything.
Okay. As well. I just wanted, you were talking about Kalanda, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want Liberian people to know Kalanda is a criminal, okay? He came to Liberia, at least to Monrovia, in 1990. He rented from an aunt on the old road. There's a yellow house right there that used to be right there in 1990. Right when you walk away from the Madiba graveyard, when you go into that yard right there, the one house on the left, the one right in front of the big house. Now, when he rented one bedroom, the place that he has his hotel right now, it belongs to my aunt. That he's school because she ran over when they came to the States because of the war. And he took over that, I don't know who he bought it from, and built on it. And we tried to get that place down, never because they were in a position of power. So, like you said, when people are hungry, people don't pay attention.
Oh, yes.
They intentionally keep our people that way because you're looking for food to eat. You're looking for a school fee for your children. You're looking for a roof over your house. You're stressed out. You don't have time to go fighting. Everything comes and then they're being bombarded. All I'm going to say is this drug issue needs to be resolved, okay? It needs to be resolved because it is destroying the nation. I know you got other people when the time is almost over. I'm not going to take long today. I want to say thank you. Thank you for doing what you're continuing to do. You're continuing to speak. Our people are listening and they're waking up.
Yes,
okay?
Thank you so much. Celia, indeed, you just said it. But yeah, but go ahead, brother. That's it. Were you hungry?
Thank you, my dear sister. You know, at least she got her own position on issues, and she knows she's speaking from the fact that indeed the calendar issue, like you talk about, we never heard anything else again. The only thing it was all denial. Oh, somebody took my car. It was in the garage. The person used it. Blah blah blah. At the end of the day, there was no conclusive investigation into that crime. What happened with the drugs, the Panadol, and things like that? Nobody knew what happened. So those things again, when you're close to power, because Calando is making everybody by obviously, they try to exclude them for some of those things. They don't want to bring them to the limelight. But it's a problem. Because if you try to continually save face, this is where the country heads to. You understand? And it's important that, especially this time around, the countries that are involved in this issue, you need to come clean. Because the reflection is not only limited to the government, but the generality of Liberians, where especially you're traveling and the kind of extraneous scrutiny is a problem. You need to address it. And lastly, the issue of activities. The government need to put some mechanism in place to deal some of these problems. People don't have money to spend. You can't give what you don't have, Mabon. The people are financially strangulated. And until the electorates, especially, because mind you, this country is over about 60% or 70% youthful generation. And if a generation is not getting educated, you're going to have a society that is going to be doomed for generations to come. because the people are not prepared mentally in terms of intelligence. So you've got to prioritize that and make sure that the younger generation gets education, even if it is at the expense of government. Let it be so. Redirect your resources to that sector, the healthcare and the educational sector, so that at least the country will be part of that. But again, it was a great show, Mabel, and thanks for the time. I know we will be here again.
Yes, indeed. As usual, we're always on our fun, so we'll be here by the grace of God on tomorrow. But Ali, we have to go.
Thanks to the callers, yes, and thanks to Mr. Dishu, Mr. Connor, and you. Thanks to those in the comment section. Yes, Samuel, or me, or Brazilian is on a break. He will be back anytime soon. Yes. Like I said, the issue about drugs in Liberia today, Unity Party was the one that brought drugs into that country. The 12 years that they served in that country, they were bringing drugs in Liberia. And today they came back to power, they continue on the same thing, and they have graduated to another level because the records are there where Unity Party were in power. Just imagine presidential convoy. When they used to go, they come in, they put drugs in those convoy and bring it to the country. That's what they were doing. And what came out of it? Nothing. So this idea about when they are in power, with all the money they making, they are not satisfied unless they get into drugs dealing. It's already part of the Unity Party. 12 years they did it in our country. But when they were running campaign, the CDC, they didn't use it to say, oh yeah, those people bringing drugs, they're destroying the youth. Like I said, there is no country in the world that, only a few countries, most countries today, drugs are entering those countries. But nobody will politicize it because why? The drugs cartel, those people, they are billionaires. To get rid of them is not easy. But yesterday, they see Unity Party. The way George Weah became president, he said, I see myself as president for the country. I see myself as president for a county or for a political party. Unity Party people, let's work together. And this is how they were working there. Security, everybody was vulnerable. George Weah would not get time. Those people, they were the one bringing drugs in our country. And everything left on the Weah administration. And that's why they ran campaign on. You see, 99 days, 1 day for the road, 1 day for the master. What goes around must come around. You people did it. It was sweet that you were doing it. And this is why Joseph Boakai came to power. He decided to get rid of all opposition because why? He don't want government of inclusion. He want no check and balance in your government. He don't want people to see what they are coming to do. The intention they came with. You know, we're here 12 years, we were doing our drugs business. Now we are back again. We can continue on the same thing. So when we get those opposition here, they will see what we're doing. They get rid of them. Make it make sense to me. When the issue of drugs in Liberia become a national security issue, that you will arrest that kind of huge quantity of drugs 1 week now, and the Liberian people are listening to Mema Breeze, are listening to Emmanuel Gonglo or what kind of Glo, I know how to call his name from the EFLL whatsoever. The Liberian people need to get in the street. Thank God the American embassy already told them that they are watching, they following the process. It is about time that the Liberian people get in the street. You go to the American embassy, you go to the executive mansion, you demand Joseph Boakai. Yeah, LDEA, joint security, whatsoever. Those classified names, let they declassify them. Let Liberian people know who are the main drugs dealers who bring the drugs cartel in the country. See this kind of thing. These are some of the things. People that writing all kind of yama on Facebook because why you getting 1 or 2 cents, $20, $25 for a government official. You don't know the implication it has on the country. See the Al Jazeera news. They know Liberia now to be a drugs cartel. Now anybody living from Liberia now, they have to go under scrutiny. They will be searching your bed, going through X-ray, all of these things. And they sit and they say they're screening you, checking you thoroughly, because they don't want Liberians to start exporting drugs into other countries. See the one Joseph Boakai doing. He even said exporting drug in African country, but in Europe. After he finished destroy the youth in Liberia. Today, people, children have turned to zombies, zogos, and things they dare to be putting there on their head to be totally charged for other people. You say you fighting drugs, say you came to power. You build one rehabilitation center. If you show you came to fight drugs, you think about breaking down those ghettos and things that, oh no. When you break down the ghetto, take them, go and rehabilitate them. Put them in vocational school and things and make them to be useful. But you say you're fighting drugs, look at the drugs budget today. Like you claim to be an agriculturist, look at your agriculture budget today. Look at the agriculture sector. You want to be asking Joshua why he did in Liberia as a president, he played football. What have Waka done as an agriculturist saying he became president? Bringing 285 yellow machine. One machine not there for agriculture purpose. This just issue Liberian people, it is time now you stand up to protest against this government. No opposition here in the just business that the government official, that's why they say those names are classified. They don't want to for Liberian people to say, oh yes, we've been saying it and finally it account to pass. The pastor said it. The president is confused. The government is confused. The government will end disgracefully. We are reaching there. You go on the Facebook. You told one.
Don't write to Nigerian government. Go and write to Donald Trump. We are going to settle it at Donald Trump court, not in Nigerian government. Shame to you. Your country has problem there. It's just a warnings. It's because you have hidden things about Liberia. Liberia will not be prosper under you. Bonka cannot be prosper under you. All of these mumu people that you are following writing,
God, them mumu.
You are not enjoying it. The government, there's problem, there's hardship. This one we tell Nigerian government to ask. We don't that don't go for 2020. His government is satanic. Did he report me to anybody? Bunker, your government is satanic. Everyone have condemned your government. Your second time is a failure. You won't win your second time. Mark my word, a prophet is talking. You don't need to talk. Go and use your juju to fight. You don't instead of sit down, let this word humble you. Let the word humble you. You now write letter. You are wasting your ink to write to the Nigerian government because of one important personality of God telling you simple word.
Yeah. So that's it. We got to go. People, thank you so much for our new. And let me say thank you to Mr. Conan, Mr. Dishu. We see it again on tomorrow. Actually, Liberians are eager to know exactly who are those names.
Liberia need to get in the street to protest against the government. If Joseph Bakati and Liberia will just talk for 1 week and they finish with it, that's not going to work. I'll be begging every day, encouraging Liberia to jump in the street.
Yes, I'm getting information that some of the protests will start tomorrow up to Wednesday up to the weekend. So, yes, well, it is a right. It's all a good right to protest, especially against the kind of terrible acts or terrible things. But again, we got to go on it.
More sanction coming. More sanction.
Mibon, thank you, man. Thank you. We will have to verify that and make sure that some of those things that Prophet was saying that is not manifesting itself now. You have to do that.
Confused. Everything about the country is confused. So confusion from now till 2029 in Liberia. The man is tired. Tired. Why can't he resign? Liberia, your president is confused. So the economy of the country is confused. Everything about the country is confused. So confusion from now till 2029 in Liberia. The man is tired. Tired. Why can't he resign?
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talk about podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. What is our people who waiting to sell? The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The project is giving us here and the promise of death. The work with my life without fear.
A lyrical health.
Master.
Cleverly, so make you I can't ask it if you been you. Say my journey, Tina can ask my jamu. And yes, I know money. The more I know, and you love me. The more I know,
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the lofa and grandbaza.
Ena Guinea ya tumale, ena Salia ya tumale, ena Conakry ya tumale, ena Cote d'Ivoire ya tumale, ena Guinea ya tumale, ena Salia ya tumale, ena Conakry ya tumale, ena Cote d'Ivoire ya tumale, ena Nigeria ya tumale, Sktv, ena Nigeria, tosi wakoma ya tumale.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. What is our people who waiting to sell? The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lusa, from Riverside, River G to Chide, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat, San to Backwater, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.